I have a question, and it might sound a little strange coming from someone who usually obsesses over facts and, you know, research.
Sure.
Is your logic, your rational thinking, sensible brain, is that actually the thing standing between you and your biggest goals?
That is a very provocative way to open a conversation.
I'm serious, though. I mean, we're raised to believe that logic is king.
Right.
Logic keeps us safe, logic pays the bills. But what if logic is also the ceiling? What if the facts are actually the trap?
It sounds like we're about to break some pretty fundamental rules today.
Oh, we are breaking all of them. Bienvenidos a Manifestation Matters.
And welcome to the deep dive.
Today we're exploring a concept that, honestly, it made my brain cramp up a little bit when I first read the notes. It's a mental hack called Illogical Positivity.
Illogical positivity. It sounds like a contradiction in terms, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Like controlled chaos or honest politician.
Harsh, but fair. But here's the thing. The material we're diving into today suggests that this contradiction, it might be the missing link for people who've tried the whole positive thinking thing and just failed miserably.
And I think that's a lot of people. Because usually when we talk about positivity, there's this knee-jerk reaction to just roll our eyes. You know, the good vibes only crowd.
I cannot stand that. It feels so dismissive.
It is dismissive. And the source material actually validates that frustration right out of the gate.
Okay, how?
Well, let's look at a real scenario. Say you just lost your job or you're going through a messy divorce. Your world is objectively, factually falling apart.
Right.
And then someone comes along and says, just look on the bright side.
You want to punch that person.
Why, though?
Because they aren't living in reality. I mean, if I lose my job, I can't pay rent. That's a fact. Being positive about it feels like I'm lying to myself.
That is the key right there. It feels like lying. When you try to force yourself to be logically positive in a negative situation, your brain, it rejects it.
Yeah.
You say, everything is fine, and your brain pulls up your bank statement and says, objection. Here's the evidence that things are not fine.
It's like a court case in your head, and the negative side has all the exhibits.
Exactly. And this is where the logic trap just snaps shut. Cognitive dissonance kicks in. You're trying to hold two opposing beliefs, I am safe and I'm broke.
And your brain will always side with the one that has the most evidence.
Always. So the affirmation fails. And you actually feel worse because now you feel broke and delusional.
So the premise of today's deep dive is that we need to stop arguing with the evidence. We're going to look at a technique that bypasses the brain's logic filter entirely to get results that,
Well,
they shouldn't be possible.
it's about understanding that your brain is a tool, but it's currently calibrated to work against you in a very, very specific way.
Okay, let's unpack this calibration, because I was reading through the research and I stopped cold at this one statistic. It says that 80% of our negative thoughts are illogical.
It's a staggering number, isn't it,
Honest,
right?
it sounds made up. 80%. I mean, when I worry about things, I feel like I'm being very reasonable. I'm doing risk assessment.
Or are you writing fiction?
Ouch. Okay, give me an example. What counts as an illogical negative thought?
Let's take a classic scenario from the material. You text your partner or your best friend.
Yeah.
They usually reply in 5 minutes. It's been an hour. What's your brain doing?
Oh, immediately I'm spiraling. They're
Yeah.
mad at me. Or they're in a ditch somewhere. They've been in a massive car accident.
Okay, let's look at that. Is there any evidence, any police report, any news alert that they are in a car accident?
No.
So that thought is illogical. It's a fantasy. It's a horror movie you are literally writing in real time.
Okay, I see your point.
Or take the job hunt. You go to an interview, you don't hear back for 2 days. What's the narrative?
I glue it. I talk too much. They hired the guy with the better suit. I'm never going to work again.
I am unemployable. I will die under a bridge.
Basically, yes.
But logically, is it possible the hiring manager is just out sick? Or the HR department is slow?
Yeah, that happens all the time.
So assuming rejection is illogical. It's not based on facts, it's based on a lack of facts. And yet we do this all day long. We are the grandmasters of illogical negativity.
That's really the aha moment for me. We don't require proof to feel bad.
No proof needed. We give ourselves a free pass to hallucinate disaster.
But if I want to feel good, oh, then I need a signed affidavit from the universe.
You need 3 references and a bank statement.
It's a total double standard.
And that is the asymmetry we are hacking today. The core argument is this. If you are allowed to be illogically negative, if you can worry without proof, why aren't you allowed to be illogically positive?
Why do we feel like we need a permission slip from reality to have a good expectation?
We don't. We just think we do. The source suggests we just flip the script. Instead of trying to be logically positive, which invites the brain to argue, you should be illogically positive.
Yeah. Okay, so how does this work in practice? Because if I just start walking around saying, I'm a billionaire, my brain is still going to call my bluff.
The trick is in the intent. When you try to be logically positive, you're saying this is true based on facts.
Right.
Your brain checks the facts, sees they're wrong, and flags you as a liar.
Okay.
But if you decide consciously, I'm going to be illogical, you're essentially entering a game. You are telling your brain, hey, we aren't looking for facts right now. We're entering fantasy mode. You bypass the need for evidence because you aren't claiming it's logical.
You're opting out of the argument entirely. You're stepping out of the courtroom.
Precisely. You stop trying to convince the jury and you just declare the verdict. And strangely, that release of pressure allows the belief to actually take root.
It sounds a bit like a loophole in the human operating system.
It is a loophole.
Right.
And the source provides a really wild case study of this.
Oh, yeah.
It's a story about a man looking for a house in Dubai.
This story stressed me out just reading it. So, for context, Dubai is a very modern city. Skyscrapers, glass, steel. But this guy, let's call him the manifester, he wants a house that is compliant with Vastu.
For those who don't know, Vastu is an ancient Indian architectural system, similar to Feng Shui, but, well, arguably even more specific. It dictates the direction of the entrance, the placement of the kitchen, the flow of water.
Yeah.
If a house isn't built for it, you can't just fix it.
Right. So he's in Dubai, he's meeting with real estate agents, experts who know the market inside and out, and he says, I need a Vastu-compliant villa. What do they tell him?
They look at him like he's crazy. They tell him it's impossible.
Not just hard to find, impossible.
And they were being logical. That's the important part. They weren't being mean. They explained that developers in Dubai do not build with Vastu in mind. It's not part of the blueprint. So logically, a Vastu house should not exist in that entire city.
So a logical person hears that expert advice and says, okay, I'll compromise. I'll just get a nice apartment.
Or they give up. But this guy used illogical positivity. He looked these experts in the eye, about 25 or 30 of them, according to the story.
25 or 30?
Yeah. And he said, I will get a Vastu house. I guarantee you.
The audacity of that. Imagine telling a professional, I know you have all the data, but I guarantee you're wrong.
It borders on delusion.
It is delusion.
But it's a useful delusion. He wasn't saying, I hope I find one. He wasn't saying, maybe there's a hidden gem. He was decoupling the result from the reality. He just held the frequency of, I have this house.
Yeah.
2 weeks later, he found it. A perfect Vastu-compliant house.
In a city where they don't exist.
In a city where they shouldn't exist.
Okay, but here's my question. Did the magic make the house appear? Or was there something else going on? Because the source makes an interesting point about effort.
This is the nuance people miss. The source says it was actually easier for him to find the house because he was being illogical.
Wait, how does that make sense?
Think about the alternative. If he was trying to be logically positive, he would have to frantically search for evidence.
Right.
He'd be studying blueprints, arguing with developers, trying to find loopholes, getting discouraged every time a house failed the test. He would have been exhausted by the constant friction of reality hitting his hope.
He would have burned out.
But by accepting it as illogical, he didn't have to look for proof. He didn't have to figure out how it was going to happen. He just focused on what was going to happen. He skipped the how entirely.
It's the difference between swimming upstream and just waiting for the boat to arrive.
That's a great analogy. He stopped fighting reality and just waited for reality to catch up to him.
I love that story, but it's a slow burn example. You know, finding a house takes time. I want to see how this works when the heat is on, when you have seconds to react.
That brings us to the sports example. And this one is fascinating because it's about high-stakes performance. The source references cricket, specifically Harmanpreet Kaur and the Women's World Cup.
Now, even if you don't know a wicket from a sticky wicket, you understand World Cup pressure. Millions of people watching. One mistake and you are the villain of the nation.
The stakes are maximum. And the source describes a specific drill that coaches used to train the athletes' minds to handle this pressure. It's basically an illogical positivity drill.
Walk us through it.
So the coach plays the role of logic. He throws facts at the athlete that should cause panic. For example, what if it rains and the match is delayed?
Which is a valid fear. Rain changes everything in cricket.
Totally valid. Logic says if it rains, we might lose. But the athlete was trained to give one response, regardless of the logic.
Which was?
We will win the match.
Okay, so coach says, what if you pull a hamstring?
Athlete says we will win the match.
Coach says, what if the other team scores 300 runs?
We will win the match.
It sounds robotic. Is it just brainwashing?
It's not brainwashing, it's circuit breaking.
What do you mean by that?
Think about how anxiety works. A thought enters your brain. What if I fail? Your brain immediately starts calculating outcomes. It tries to solve the problem. If I fail, I need to do X, Y, Z.
Right.
That calculation takes energy, it takes focus, it pulls you out of the moment.
You're in your head, not in the game.
Correct. By training the illogical response, we will win, you are cutting that circuit. You are refusing to negotiate with a doubt. You aren't checking the weather report. You are deciding the outcome.
So it preserves the flow state?
Exactly. You cannot perform at a world-class level if you are calculating risks. You need absolute blind certainty. And illogical positivity provides that certainty because it refuses to acknowledge the obstacles as relevant.
The obstacle is irrelevant. That is a powerful mindset.
It's the only mindset that works when the pressure is that high.
Okay, so we have the long game, the house, and the short game, the match. But I know our listeners, they're sitting there thinking, this is great for cricket stars and people moving to Dubai, but I'm just trying to get a raise.
Or, I'm trying to find a partner.
And they're probably drowning in logical reasons why it won't happen.
Okay.
I'm too old, the economy is bad, I don't have the degree.
Those are the logical negatives.
So let's do this. The source material has a specific exercise. I want to actually try it right now. I want to role play this so the listener can hear what it actually sounds like.
Let's do it. Grab a pen and paper if you can.
Okay. Step 1 is choose a goal. I'll pick one, let's say. I want a promotion, a big one.
Okay, step 2. Write down 5 illogical, positive reasons why you will get that promotion.
Illogical. Okay.
Give it a try.
All right. I will get the promotion because I've worked really hard this year and hit all my targets.
Stop. That is incorrect.
Why? That's true.
It is true, but it is logical. And because it is logical, it is weak.
Weak? How is it weak?
Yes. Because if you say, I deserve it because I hit my targets, your brain can whisper, yeah, but Sarah hit her targets too, and she's been here longer. You have invited a debate.
Ah, I see. I opened the door for a counter-argument.
Exactly. You are still negotiating with reality. Close the door. Give me an illogical reason.
Okay. This feels weird. I will get the promotion because I'm wearing my lucky socks.
Better. Can your boss argue with your socks?
I mean, no.
Can your brain find data that says socks don't cause promotions?
Sure, but it feels silly, so my brain doesn't take it seriously enough to fight it.
There you go. The resistance drops. Give me another one. Even more abstract.
I will get the promotion because the sky is blue.
Perfect. I will get the promotion because I drank water today. I will get the promotion because I am me.
I will get the promotion because I decided it's mine.
That is the ultimate one. Because I said so.
It feels arrogant, but also really freeing.
It feels arrogant because we are trained to justify our existence. We feel like we have to earn every good thing. This exercise breaks that addiction. It trains you to believe that good things can happen just because.
Just because.
Think about how many bad things happen just because.
All the time.
So why not the good things? This exercise builds a new neural pathway that expects favor without needing a transactional reason for it.
I can hear the skeptic in my head, and probably in the listener's head, saying, but isn't this just passivity? If I just sit around saying, I'm rich because I have a cat, I'm not actually doing any work.
That's a valid fear, but look at the examples. The guy in Dubai visited 30 agents.
Right.
The cricket player was training for the World Cup.
So they were doing the work.
They were working harder than anyone. But the mindset was illogical. The mindset removed the friction from the work. You don't stop rowing the boat, you just stop worrying about whether the river flows the right way.
You stop rowing against your own doubts. This is a really different way of looking at mindset. It's less about hype and more about efficiency.
It is mental efficiency. Worry is inefficient. Logical positivity is inefficient because it requires constant maintenance. Illogical positivity is set it and forget it.
So let's wrap this up with a quick recap because we've covered some weird territory.
We have. We started with the problem. Logical positivity fails because when facts are bad, the brain rejects happy thoughts as lies.
We countered that with the 80% stat. We spend most of our lives worrying about things that never happen. Illogical negativity. So we're just balancing the scales with illogical positivity.
We learned from the Dubai house that admitting a goal is impossible can actually make it easier to manifest because you stop looking for logical how-to steps and just demand the result.
And we learned from the cricket team that in high-pressure moments, you need a circuit breaker. You need a phrase that refuses to negotiate with the obstacles.
And finally, we did the exercise. 5 illogical reasons. I will get what I want because the wind is blowing.
It's ridiculous, and that's the point.
Be ridiculous. Being sensible hasn't gotten you there yet.
So here is what we need you to do. First off, if this deep dive gave you a little aha moment, or even just made you realize how addicted to logic you are, please, like this video.
Subscribe to the channel. We are building a community of people who are ready to hack reality, and we want you in it.
And share this with that friend who is always overthinking everything. You know who they are. They need this.
They really do.
And most importantly, leave a comment. We want to see your logical reasons. Tell us your goal and tell us one absolutely nonsensical reason why you were going to get it.
I'm going to meet my soulmate because I like pizza. I want to see those comments.
I'll be reading them. Before we sign off, do you have one final thought to leave us with? Something to keep us up at night.
I do. I want to circle back to that 80% statistic one last time. If 80% of your worries, the car crashes, the firings, the public humiliations, never actually happen, then you are already living in a fantasy world. You are already hallucinating your reality. You're just choosing to hallucinate a scary one.
That hits hard.
So the question isn't, should I be realistic? The question is, which fantasy do I want to live in? If you're going to make it up anyway, why not make up the win?
Why not indeed? We're all telling ourselves stories. Make yours a good one.
Make it illogical.
Thanks for diving in with us. We'll see you next time.